In this short video, we'll show you how to start using the MetaTrader 4 mobile app. After setting up your mobile platform, choose Login to an existing account on the welcome screen. Then type OCTAFX in the search box to find our servers. Select our real server if you want to run your real account, or the demo server for your demo account. Type in your login and password here. Please note that every time you open a new account, we'll send you an email containing its login and password. Remember that your login always matches your account number. Now you can start trading. The Quotes tab is where you'll find the list of pairs available to trade with their ask and bid prices. The ask price is the price that you buy your base currency at. It's always higher than the bid price. The bid price is the price you'll get when you sell your base currency. Let's open the trade now. Press the currency pair you want to trade. Then choose Trade. Enter the size of the trade in lots here. Then decide whether you want to buy or sell the asset by clicking the Sell by Market or Buy by Market button. The order will be opened immediately. After opening the trade, you'll automatically be taken to the Trade tab. Here you can see your open trades anytime you want. To close or modify a trade, press and hold it on the list for a second. Then from the options that appear, select Close or Modify. After you press the Close button, the trade will be closed and your profit will be credited to your account balance. To inspect the chart for the currency pair, press it and select the Chart option. This will open the Chart tab. Rotate your screen to view charts more clearly. From this tab, you can open your trades by pressing the Trade button in the top right corner. We also advise you to familiarize yourself with the rest of the options on this tab. Congratulations! Now you can trade on the go, whenever, wherever.
FX Empire reviews OCTAFX. OCTAFX is a leading provider of Forex and CFDs, including now cryptocurrencies, with very high leverage and superb trading conditions. This company has been winning awards since its initiation in 2011. These include Best ECN Broker, Best Trading Conditions, Best Islamic Account, and so on and so forth. I just love the website. It is so very informative. A quick look at the platforms. So we're looking at the MetaTrader 4, the world's most popular trading platform for Forex. The CTrader, which is quite a new platform, but which is becoming increasingly popular. And the new evolved MetaTrader 5, which are available for desktop, Apple, Android, and Web 2. Use real accounts or demo trading accounts which require no deposit, and you can take advantage on 50% bonus on deposit with no commissions on deposit and withdrawals, no swaps, no slippage and no delays. The page I especially love from this website is the Why Us page, and this should give you a little bit of insight into why trade with Octa. Take a look at these trading conditions. Lowest spreads in the industry, we're looking at 0.4 pips compared to other brokers at 2.5 pips. Execution, no delays compared to other brokers with 1 second delays. Pay no swaps on orders held overnight, and just compare that to other brokers. You can see how this racks up. And still the best spreads. We're looking at an overall profit here of 30 pips, so it's just a fabulous page to look at, and no commissions on deposit and withdrawals too. So let's take a look at the trading platform. So from the platform page, we can access all of the platforms, the MetaTrader 4 and the CTrader, plus the MetaTrader 5 for web, desktop, Android and iOS. Here you can see all the reasons to use the MetaTrader 4. Let's now go straight to the web trader. And here we are logged into the web trader. This is the MT4 with all of the symbols on the left and the charts on the right. Trade directly from the charts or open a trading window here to trade and add your own indicators, and also you can change the other parameters like timeframes and so on from here, with all your trading history and your open trades available here. Plus you can access customer support directly from the platform itself. Opening an account with OCTAFX is easy. You can open an account from basically anywhere on the website, and take a look at the education section, which has amazing video tutorials. They've put a lot of effort into this, and all of your questions will be answered in the FAQ section of the site, or of course you can contact the company directly to ask for more help through live chat, localized phone call, WhatsApp, and these are your office hours. That's it for this review of an amazing CFD and Forex broker, OCTAFX, brought to you by FX Empire.
Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the most important tools you have at your disposal for making your trading decisions. These tools are technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Let's talk about technical analysis first. Economist conception is that technical analysis is a crystal ball that predicts the future. That's what some people want you to believe. That's not entirely true. Technical analysis is a very important tool to help you make your trading decisions, but it doesn't predict anything in a certain way. So, what is technical analysis exactly and how is it used? Technical analysis is the analysis of the past and present prices of the symbol that you're trading in order to try to understand where the price is at the particular moment that you're looking at it and trying to forecast when it's going to go next. Technical analysis is used to give you better entry points when you enter the market, to give you better exit targets when you're exiting your trade based on technical levels, to give you good breakout scenarios if you do breakout trading, to give you possible retracements of the trend when you're trend trading, and to give you possible reversals if you're buying low and selling high. Let's look at CTrader. At CTrader we see the chart that I talked about before, which is the main tool when you're doing technical analysis. CTrader gives you all the technical analysis tools that you need to perform a high level of technical analysis, whether it is simple trend lines, and now there is no trend here, or Fibonacci tools, or Andrews pitchfork, or it is indicators, trend indicators, oscillator, volatility, volume indicators. We're going to do some videos on specific indicators and technical tools in the future on exactly how to use them. So that's it about technical analysis. Let's talk about the second important tool now, which is fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is actually a very general term. Fundamental analysis is the analysis of a whole country or economic indicators or any news related to the symbol that we are trading, or anything that is not purely technical. Most commonly, we analyze specific economic indicators and announcements like gross domestic product, unemployment, interest rates, housing, and all the announcements that come into the economic calendar. Traders who trade only on fundamental analysis usually are long-term traders, so they do some trades per year, or maybe some trades one trade per month, or something like that. The reason for that is that even if you know how a country is performing, or you think you know how a currency is going to perform, it's very difficult to pinpoint exactly what's going to happen today or what's going to happen this week. That's specifically true for news that come out, which very often in Forex have the opposite effect. For example, a very good news might come out for USD, but the moment those news come out, USD might fall instead of rise, because people might be expecting this good news and might be buying all this time, but at the time of the announcement, they decided to sell and take their profits. In CTrader, most of our brokers have news in the bottom of the trade watch, so you can see all the latest news that come up. And also you can select to see specific things like the economic indicators, or you can find economic calendars. If your broker is not offering news, ask them to offer. We're integrated with most news providers, so you can find anything you need in CTrader. So how is technical and fundamental analysis combined? Even though there are a lot of traders that are purely technical or purely fundamental, the most logical thing to do is try to understand how both work and keep an eye on both. What's important for fundamental traders, they can use technical analysis to find some, they know from their fundamental analysis that they want to go long or short, but they can find some better entry points and better technical exit points for their strategy. On the other hand, technical traders must surely have an eye on the economic calendar because at the moment of important news announcements, there is always very high volatility in the market. In today's video, we talked generally about technical and fundamental analysis to explain to people who don't know these concepts how they are and generally how they're used. In the following videos, we're going to go into more depth into technical and fundamental analysis. Next videos coming up are how to make your own trading system, which is combining the basic principles of fundamental and technical analysis, and videos about risk management. So, thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome to OCTAFX Market in a Minute.
During the upcoming trading week, the US non-farm payrolls job report and the Bank of Canada interest rate decision take centre stage. We also see the release of the ISM manufacturing survey from the United States economy and PMI services data from the United Kingdom economy. The first trading day of December gets off to a busy start with the release of December Chinese manufacturing PMI data and key inflation figures from the Indonesian economy. During the European and US trading sessions, manufacturing data is heavily in focus, with PMI numbers from the Eurozone, United Kingdom and the United States economy.
Like and subscribe to our channel and tune in Monday to Friday for more Market in a Minute. Hello and welcome to OCTAFX Market in a Minute.
The Canadian dollar received a boost on Monday following bullish news on oil output and a better than expected outcome on Sino-US trade talks during the weekend's G20 summit. Traders now look to the Bank of Canada's interest rate decision on Wednesday. The Aussie pressed towards the 0.7400 level, with traders ignoring a warning about the nation's overheated property market from a leading fund manager. Italy's manufacturing PMI fell into contraction for a second straight month on Monday with a disappointing 48.6 reading. The PMI figure is now at its lowest level since 2014.
Like and subscribe to our channel and tune in Monday to Friday for more Market in a Minute. Hello and welcome to OCTAFX Market in a Minute.
The Reserve Bank of Australia kept interest rates unchanged at 1.5% as widely expected on Tuesday, but upped their 2019 inflation forecast to 2.25%, sending the Australian dollar higher against the greenback. Cryptocurrencies came under pressure on Tuesday, with Bitcoin, Litecoin and Ethereum falling towards the worst levels of 2018 so far. Bitcoin has now fallen nearly 80% since its all-time peak earlier this year. The New Zealand dollar traded at its highest level against the US dollar in 6 months on Tuesday. The pair broke above its 200-day moving average, putting the psychological 0.70 level back in focus for Kiwi bulls.
Like and subscribe to our channel and tune in Monday to Friday for more Market in a Minute.
Okay, welcome everybody to this webinar brought to you by OCTAFX, the award-winning Forex broker bringing you some of the lowest spreads in the industry. Today we're going to be talking about automated trading in the Forex market, one of the most exciting areas in FX and in the whole world of trading. So without much further ado, let's jump right in. A couple of quick disclaimers. Trading foreign exchange on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Secondly, a hypothetical trading disclaimer. The information in this webinar is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. So just give you a minute to read that over. Okay, next up, now that we're getting into talking about automated trading, let's just step back and take a broad overview. I think first of all it's important to understand that automated trading accounts for about 75% of all financial market volume. This is according to Reuters. So what you see here in the markets is that the major institutions, the big banks, the hedge funds, proprietary trading firms, they're all now tending to prefer algorithmic trading, automated trading. You'll hear terms like high frequency trading. This is where the markets have kind of moved towards, and I think part of the takeaway here is that if the most elite institutions, the top hedge funds like Citadel, the top investment banks like Goldman Sachs, if these guys are moving towards automated trading, I think it suggests that it's something that serious traders should look into doing also. And now we're going to look at some of the most salient reasons to have a look at this. So here are some of the compelling advantages of automated trading. So first of all, it removes much of the emotion out of the equation. So what you see typically that hurts retail traders the most, retail traders being individuals, private traders like yourself and myself, the big killers of retail traders, and we all know that the majority of retail traders fail. It's a minority that are successful. So the big problems for retail traders are, first of all, leverage is a big killer, and then the second one is emotion. And I'll just stop and talk about that for a minute, because it's the natural human tendencies and our emotions typically work against us in trading. So what you see typically with retail investors is that they will, if they're losing money, if they're in a losing trade, typically they're going to take more risk. And when they're in a winning trade, the natural tendency is to be more conservative. And that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. And that's a big reason why many small traders fail. So one of the advantages of automated trading is it removes the emotion out of the equation. I think another example that a lot of people can relate to is, let's say you had a big losing trade on dollar yen, something like that. You're going to be more inclined to take greater risk to try and get that money back, because you are sort of emotionally scarred by the loss. You see that type of thing happening a lot. And so in automated trading, all of that stuff disappears. It's out of the window. It takes all the emotion out of it. Second important factor is the ability to backtest. You're able to use concrete data, go back in time, test, see how a strategy did over time. So you've got like a really strong reason to exercise whatever strategy, expert advisor that you're using. So you've got the ability to backtest and leverage this technology, which until fairly recently was not available to smaller investors and retail traders. A third important point is that you'll see that when you're using automated trading, it's easier to be more consistent and kind of stick to your plan. So what you see among retail traders a lot is that they may have a great strategy, but it has a couple of losing trades, and then they're afraid to take the next trade, and maybe they don't take it, and then they miss the winning trade. Whereas with a trading system, there's no emotion there. It may have a drawdown, it may have a few losing trades, but it will continue to execute the plan and be consistent. So it's a lot easier to be consistent and stick to the plan if you're using automated trading. Another important advantage is order entry speed. When an order needs to get placed in the market, you're not going to second guess yourself, think about it. When the trading's automated, the order's just going to get fired into the market. And this relates, of course, to what you see in the whole world of high-frequency trading, where a lot of the big banks and funds are using algorithmic trading that are firing orders into the market at high speeds, and they take it to such a level where they're co-locating their servers near the exchanges, so the orders are fired off even faster. But clearly, it's been a very lucrative business for many of the big banks and hedge funds. So order entry speed, another advantage. Diversification and scalability. Now this is a really interesting one. So imagine if you have a strategy that is working. Let's say that in the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar, you found that on the 5-minute time frame, when the MACD crosses the zero line, it creates a profitable signal, and you're making money from that. And you think to yourself, well, why don't it'd be great if I could test this on other markets and trade it on other markets simultaneously. But there's only one of me, so how can I do that? As an individual, you're not really going to be able to do that. You can't scale yourself to trade a strategy across multiple markets effectively. But when you're dealing with automated systems, you are potentially able to do that. So if you find something that is working, you can experiment with it on other markets and be able to trade it multiple markets, multiple time frames, and test it out and see whether it works on other markets. Next one, the ability to trade at all hours. So as humans, of course, we need to sleep, and we're not able to trade 24/7 or 24/5 rather for the Forex market. So a trading robot will be able to keep trading at all hours, doesn't get tired, etc., etc. So that's another advantage, and you can exploit. Very often the night session is one of the best sessions. And then it frees you from being in front of the trading screen all the time, which spending a long time in front of the trading screen, not only is it exhausting, it's kind of unhealthy, I think. So it allows you to concentrate on the real work of discovering, identifying a profitable strategy, testing it out, finding that strategy that works, and then just letting it loose on the market instead of being in front of the screen all the time. Moving on, we're going to look at some of the challenges in automated trading. Mechanical failures. Failures do happen. Computers crash. Weird market conditions happen which can throw trading systems off and create strange anomalies. So that's something to be aware of. There is a need for monitoring it. It's usually don't just leave, especially if you've got trading a substantial amount of money, just leave it 100% alone. When I was working at a prop trading firm, we had various trading strategies running, and I actually was just sitting there, what they call piloting the strategy, just making sure it was executing properly, and I was there to switch it off if there were any strange anomalies in the market that threw the whole thing off. Over-optimization, sometimes called curve fitting. There's a tendency, people when they're developing strategies and backtesting them, to keep adding more and more parameters, more and more rules, and it's quite easy to create a strategy that will perform perfectly in the past if you keep adding more and more rules to it. But the more rules you add to it, the less likely it is to actually perform in the future. So this is something to be aware of, and basically the principle is that the the more simple the strategy is, really the better, because if it worked well in the past as a simple strategy, it's more likely to work in the future. And then, of course, with all technical things, there is some learning curve. So it's going to take a bit of time up front to figure out how to use everything, and it's a bit harder than just sitting down at the computer and firing off trades. Okay, so let's get into talking about expert advisors and MetaTrader. So this is what allows you to have this automated trading. So expert advisors, trading robots that automatically place trades to enter and exit the market. They use rules that can be described using a series of if-then statements. They also control factors like your position size, the size of the order sent in the market. So, of course, you're going to need that depending on the size of your account. And in order for the EA to function, you need to leave your computer on, unless you're using a virtual private server. So while you're getting up to speed, I think it's fine just to use your computer, but once you get serious about it, I think it behooves you to use a virtual private server, which guarantees almost 100% uptime. So you're not worried about the internet getting cut off or your computer crashing and these kind of things. So most of the serious guys trading, expert advisors with any kind of substantial amount of money, will be using a virtual private server. And the good news is it's very easy to set up and not that expensive, usually between $30 and $45. So next up, more about using expert advisors in MetaTrader. A good starting point is to go to the MetaTrader code base. I've got the URL there, and you can start to take a look at some of the free expert advisors, or EAs, and you can download them directly from there and add them to your MetaTrader 4 platform. So you can download a range of these EAs for free, and then here's what you need to do in order to install the expert advisors. I'm just keeping this written down, so since this webinar is being recorded, you're going to be able to go back and refer to this later if you want to put all this stuff into action. So you're going to want to go to File, Open Data folder, MQL4, the Experts folder, and then copy the EA that you downloaded from wherever into that folder. So it's pretty straightforward, and we're going to go through this once we hop over and look at how everything's done in the MetaTrader 4 platform. You'll need to restart MetaTrader in order for the EA to appear under Expert Advisors in the Navigator window. So just keep that in mind. The next thing, once you've downloaded and added the EA to MetaTrader, in order to activate it, you simply need to drag it onto the chart of the currency pair that you want to use. And in order to make sure that it's going to work, you're going to want to go to Tools, Options, Expert Advisors, and make sure that Allow Automated Trading is checked. Once the EA has been activated, you'll see it in the top right corner of your screen, along with a smiley face. If it's a sad face, that means it's not activated. Next up, let's talk about backtesting. Again, we're going to go through this on the platform, but I just wanted to have this written down so you'll be able to refer to it later and follow the instructions. So in order to get going backtesting, go to the View menu and select Strategy Tester. When you do that, Strategy Tester will pop up in the lower part of the screen. Once the Strategy Tester is open, you're going to be able to select whichever expert advisor you want to test, and then various factors like the time period of the test, like how far back do you want to test it, a week, a month, or a year. And so forth, the time frame of the strategy itself, and then other factors such as the spread that you want to have taken into account. So bear in mind, depending on what instrument you're trading, the spread's going to be different. So you're going to want to factor that into the test, so it gives you, the most accurate forecast of how good the strategy is and how profitable. And then finally, you just need to press start, the test begins to run, and then within a few seconds or minutes you'll be able to see a detailed report on the results of the strategy, which will show you key data points such as the profit or loss, the drawdowns, percentage of winning trades, and all that kind of information that helps you gauge whether the strategy is going to be worth exercising, worth using. As an example for today, I pulled up one called the London Breakout Expert Advisor. This is a strategy that I actually talked about in a previous webinar. I think it's a good strategy. It's nice and simple, and so we're going to look at this EA that trades the London session breakout strategy, and the basis of this strategy is that the London session sees a large part of the daily FX trading volume. It's one of the most active sessions, and consequently some of the most important moves take place during this time. And the idea behind the strategy is that the trend direction that you see in the first hours of the London session often dictate the trend through the remainder of the London session, sometimes into the US session. So very often when you do have this breakout, you see a continuation of the trend, and this EA is trying to capitalize that and hop on this overriding trend when it begins to happen. So with that, we're going to jump over into the MetaTrader platform. So I'm just going to hop out of here, and we'll jump into the MetaTrader platform. And quickly also, I'm going to just pull up the code base library just to show you what that looks like and how to download a practice strategy. So we'll do that quickly. So you should see the code base up here now. There it is. Okay, so here you can see a variety of expert advisors that you can experiment with. The one that we're going to look at today is the London Breakout Strategy. And here you can see all the details of the strategy, the thinking behind it, the parameters, and some of the results. So it's from here that you can download the strategy. So you can just download it as a zip, and you just unzip it and take the file out of there, and that's what you copy and add to MetaTrader. I'm going to walk you through how to do that right now. So now we're going to hop back to the MetaTrader platform. So in order to add a strategy, you go to File, Open Data Folder, MQL4, and then Experts. So once you've downloaded your strategy, your expert advisor, you can just right-click it, copy it, and then paste it into this folder here. So we're going to close out of this now, and once you've done that, you should see the strategy. Once you've done that and you've restarted MetaTrader, you should see your expert advisor here in the navigator pane. If you're not seeing the navigator pane, just go here. You see you can toggle it on and off, and the navigator pane will come up like that. Okay, so they have some strategies preloaded into here. So let's just take a look at an example of how to activate a strategy. So we talked about dragging the strategy onto the chart. So we're going to do that right now, and we're looking at the MACD sample strategy, and this is something that is preloaded on everyone's MetaTrader. And here we can see the inputs, and you can see that you're able to actually change the inputs if you want to here, the take profit, the trailing stop, and so forth. Okay, so now take this, load it onto here, and we can see that the MACD sample is now active on this chart. Prior to doing this, you want to make sure that you go to Options, Expert Advisors, and make sure that Allow Automated Trading is checked. Something else that you're able to do is toggle the strategy on and off with this button here. So if you want to turn your strategy off, you can click it here, and then you're going to see a sad face indicating that the strategy is not currently functioning. Okay, and then to remove the strategy, we can go to Expert Advisors, Properties, and remove it there like that. So next up, let's pull up the strategy tester and do a demonstration of how that works. Okay, so here we can see the strategy tester in the lower part of the screen here, and it's here that you can select the strategy that you want to test. So here's all the strategies I have loaded, and here's the one that I want to test. Then you choose the symbol that you want to, or the currency pair that you want to test it on. So let's start out by testing this one on the euro against the dollar. We're going to want to test it on the H1 time frame. That was the recommended time frame to test it on. Model, this refers to how the test is conducted, and here this is the one that you want to choose. Every tick. This is the most precise method. So let's stick with this one for now. Keep it simple. And then you've got to put in the date. We're going to test it from for the prior month. So we're looking from the 1st of September to the end of September, the 30th. And we're just going to use the current spread. And so we got all those parameters in there now. So let's start the test. Okay, so let's take a look at the results here. We can see that this is what it did. We can see the first trade there was a loss of $51. Second trade there was a profit of 102. You can see how the balance is changing here, and then the third trade there was a loss of 51. You can see a graph here with how your account balance is changing. So we can see with the first trade there was a loss, the second trade it made it all back and then some, and then the third trade it lost some. And this is probably the most important pane to look at, and the most important figure here to look at is the total net profit here. So we can see that basically the strategy broke even. It's down by a little less than $1 on a $10,000 account. And here we can see all these different interesting data points: maximal drawdown, percentage of winning and losing trades, and so forth. So let's go back to the settings here and try it on a different currency pair. Let's try it on the pound this time. Okay, we can see in this case there were more trades. A loser, a winner, then another winner. We can see that the winners are bigger than the losers. Let's take a look at the equity curve. So small loser, a couple of big winners, pretty big loser, and then a winner again. But it looks like we're net positive with this strategy over the data period that we chose, which was the month of September. Okay, so we can see that the total net profit is $70 on this one. Not a great deal of trades in this strategy. But we can see that the profitable trades made more than the losing trades lost. So I think it's a good example that even if you have a 50% winning rate, which we can see here, you can see that because the take profit was bigger than the stop loss, the strategy ended up being profitable in the end. So there it is. The London breakout strategy EA performed profitably over the month of September. You can see there was not a great deal of trades, only 6 total trades, but ended up being profitable on our 10,000 demo account. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up couple of things that I wanted to emphasize before closing out today, though. First of all, regarding paid expert advisors on the internet, my advice would be to steer clear of those, or the majority of those, because many of them, the majority of them, in my experience, are not good. My advice would be to start with free expert advisors and test them on demo accounts, because there's a lot of people promising riches with expensive EAs that don't work. The other thing I'd like to emphasize is just, all the positive things about automated trading. Freeing you up from the screen. I mean, potentially you could be working a job and get quite into trading because you're not tied to the screen all the time. You can have your EAs working for you while you're asleep, while you're at work, and then of course it takes out a lot of the risk. It's only a secondary form of income. So if you're into getting into trading seriously, and it's more than just a bit of fun or a bit of a gamble, I would definitely recommend taking a serious study of automated trading, back testing, and ultimately developing your own strategies and expert advisors and using those, because I think honestly that's one of the greatest potential avenues towards success that you're going to have. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. It was a very sort of brief overview. We can get more into other topics in future sessions. Perhaps we can get into like how to move to a virtual private server, all that kind of thing, in more depth. But until then, I want to thank everyone for coming. If you have any questions, shoot them over to me at webinar@OCTAFX, and wishing you the best of trading in the meantime. Thanks again for joining us.
Dalam video singkat ini, kami akan menunjukkan cara memulai dengan menggunakan aplikasi mobile MetaTrader 4. Setelah Anda mengatur platform mobile Anda, silakan pilih masuk ke akun yang ada pada layar smartphone Anda. Kemudian ketik OCTAFX pada kotak pencarian untuk mencari server kami. Pilih server real kami jika Anda ingin ke akun real Anda, atau server demo untuk masuk ke akun demo Anda. Masukkan nomor akun dan sandi trader Anda di sini. Harap dicatat bahwa setiap kali Anda membuka akun baru, kami akan mengirimkan email kepada Anda yang berisi nomor akun dan sandinya. Harap diingat bahwa login Anda selalu sesuai dengan nomor akun Anda. Sekarang Anda bisa memulai trading. Menu quotes adalah di mana Anda akan menemukan daftar pasangan yang tersedia untuk trading dengan harga ask dan bid-nya. Harga ask adalah harga yang Anda beli untuk mata uang dasar Anda. Harga ask selalu lebih tinggi dari harga bid. Harga bid adalah harga yang akan Anda dapatkan saat Anda menjual mata uang dasar Anda. Mari kita membuka trade sekarang. Pilih pasangan mata uang yang ingin Anda tradingkan. Lalu pilih trade. Masukkan lotnya di sini. Lalu tentukan apakah Anda ingin membeli atau menjual aset dengan menekan tombol sell by market atau buy by market. Order akan terbuka langsung. Setelah Anda membuka trade, Anda akan secara otomatis dibawa ke tab trade. Di sini Anda bisa melihat open posisi Anda kapanpun. Untuk menutup atau memodifikasi trade, tekan dan tahan pada open trade Anda tersebut hingga muncul pilihan, lalu Anda bisa memilih tutup atau modifikasi. Setelah Anda menekan tombol tutup, trade akan tertutup dan profit Anda akan ditambahkan ke saldo akun Anda. Untuk melihat chart dari pasangan mata uang, tekan pasangan mata uang ini dan pilih opsi chart. Maka tab chart akan muncul. Putar layar Anda untuk melihat chart lebih jelas. Pada tab ini, Anda bisa juga membuka trade dengan menekan tombol trade di bagian pojok kanan atas. Kami juga menyarankan Anda untuk membiasakan diri dengan opsi lainnya pada tab ini. Selamat! Sekarang Anda bisa melakukan trading kapanpun, dimanapun.
Dalam video singkat ini, kami akan menunjukkan kepada anda cara untuk mula menggunakan aplikasi mudah alih MetaTrader 5. Selepas menyediakan platform mudah alih anda, pilih log masuk ke akaun sedia ada pada skrin selamat datang. Kemudian, typekan OCTAFX dalam kotak carian untuk mencari pelayan kami. Pilih pelayan sebenar jika anda ingin menjalankan akaun sebenar anda atau pelayan demo untuk akaun demo anda. Typekan log masuk dan kata laluan anda di sini. Sila ambil maklum bahawa setiap kali anda membuka akaun baru, kami akan menghantar satu email mengandungi maklumat log masuk dan kata laluan akaun tersebut. Ingat bahawa log masuk anda sentiasa sepadan dengan nombor akaun anda. Kini anda boleh mula berdagang. Tab sebut harga menunjukkan senarai pasangan mata wang yang tersedia untuk dagangan dengan harga tanya dan harga bida masing-masing. Harga tanya merupakan harga belian mata wang asas anda. Harga ini selalunya lebih tinggi daripada harga bida. Harga bida merupakan harga jualan mata wang asas anda. Mari buka dagangan sekarang. Tekan pada pasangan mata wang yang anda ingin dagangkan. Kemudian, pilih pesanan baru. Masukkan saiz dagangan dalam lot di sini. Kemudian tentukan sama ada anda ingin membeli atau menjual aset dengan mengklik butang jual ikut pasaran atau beli ikut pasaran. Perintah berkenaan akan dibuka dengan serta-merta. Selepas membuka dagangan, anda akan dibawa secara automatik ke tab dagangan. Di sini, anda boleh melihat dagangan terbuka anda pada bila-bila masa. Untuk menutup atau meminda sesebuah dagangan, tekan dan kekalkannya pada senarai untuk sesaat. Kemudian, daripada pilihan yang timbul, pilih kedudukan tutup atau ubah suai kedudukan. Selepas anda menekan butang tutup, dagangan akan ditutup dan keuntungan anda akan dikreditkan ke dalam baki akaun anda. Untuk memeriksa pasangan mata wang, tekan pada pasangan berkenaan dan pilih pilihan carta. Tindakan ini akan membuka tab carta. Putar skrin anda untuk melihat carta dengan lebih jelas. Daripada tab ini, anda boleh membuka dagangan anda dengan mengetik pada carta dan memilih dagangan. Kami juga ingin menasihati anda supaya membiasakan diri dengan pilihan lain yang terdapat pada tab ini. Tahniah, kini anda boleh berdagang dalam perjalanan, di mana sahaja pada bila-bila masa.
Dalam video singkat ini, kami akan menunjukkan cara untuk memulai trading dengan MetaTrader 4 dan 5. Setelah aplikasi dijalankan, masukkan nomor akun trading Anda pada kolom masuk dan sandinya serta pilih servernya. Server real untuk akun real dan server demo untuk akun demo. Harap dicatat bahwa setiap kali Anda membuka akun baru, kami akan mengirimkan email yang berisi login akun dan sandinya. Login Anda adalah nomor akun Anda. Untuk bisa trading dengan akun Anda, gunakan sandi trader Anda. Sekarang Anda telah berhasil masuk, mari kita lihat MetaTrader-nya. MetaTrader terdiri dari panel menu, chart, amati pasar, navigasi, dan terminal. Panel menu menyediakan akses ke semua fitur platform yang paling penting. Anda dapat membuka trade, mengubah time frame, menambahkan indikator, dan akses opsi di sini. Ini adalah jendela amati pasar. Tersedia daftar pair dan daftar harga penawaran dan permintaan di sini. Harga permintaan adalah harga dari mata uang dasar yang Anda beli. Harga permintaan selalu lebih tinggi dari harga penawaran. Harga penawaran adalah harga yang akan Anda dapatkan saat Anda menjual mata uang dasar Anda. Ini adalah jendela navigasi. Anda dapat mengatur akun Anda dan menambahkan indikator, expert advisor, dan script. Jendela terminal terletak di bawah MetaTrader dan memiliki beberapa tab untuk membantu Anda melacak aktivitas terkini, seperti tab transaksi, riwayat akun, berita, dan lain-lain. Ini adalah jendela chart, menunjukkan kondisi terkini dari market dan garis permintaan dan penawaran. Mari kita membuka order sekarang. Klik tombol order baru dan klik kanan pada pair yang ada di jendela amati pasar dan pilih order baru. Pilih volume ukuran trading Anda dan tentukan apakah Anda ingin membuka order jual atau beli. Order beli dibuka pada harga permintaan garis merah dan ditutup pada harga penawaran garis biru. Anda membeli di harga rendah dan menjualnya di harga yang lebih tinggi. Order jual dibuka pada harga penawaran dan ditutup pada harga permintaan. Anda menjual di harga tinggi dan membeli di harga yang lebih rendah. Harap diingat bahwa garis permintaan selalu lebih tinggi daripada garis penawaran. Kita akan membuka order jual. Menutup order sangat mudah. Klik kanan pada order dan pilih likuidasi order untuk menutupnya saat Anda siap. Untuk melihat order Anda yang sudah ditutup di bagian tab riwayat akun, ini adalah trade yang baru kita tutup. Kita mendapatkan laba $287. Selamat, Anda baru saja belajar bagaimana cara menggunakan MetaTrader 4. Dalam video ini, kami akan menjelaskan cara untuk memesan dan menerima hadiah dari program Trade dan Menang. Anda telah trade volume yang cukup di akun real Anda dan mengumpulkan price lot yang cukup untuk ditukarkan dengan hadiah. Mari ke toko dan lihat apa yang kami miliki untuk Anda. Pilih opsi price lot di sini. Ini adalah toko Trade dan Menang. Di sini Anda dapat melihat semua hadiah yang tersedia dengan harganya yang ditampilkan dalam price lot. Sekarang Anda memiliki price lot yang cukup untuk memesan beberapa hadiah di sini. Mari kita pesan t-shirt dengan logo OCTAFX. Tekan tombol tambahkan ke keranjang. Pilih desain t-shirt yang Anda sukai. Untuk melakukan ini, pilih tulisan t-shirt yang Anda sukai di daftar drop down. Jangan klik gambarnya. Dan jangan lupa untuk memilih ukuran yang tepat. Lalu tekan tombol tambahkan ke keranjang lagi. T-shirt telah berhasil ditambahkan ke keranjang Anda. Harap dicatat bahwa Anda dapat memesan tiap hadiah hanya sekali saja. Ingin smartphone? Mari kita memesannya juga. Tekan tombol tambahkan ke keranjang. Kemudian silakan Anda ke keranjang untuk melanjutkan. Anda memiliki t-shirt dan smartphone, keduanya Anda pilih di sini. Anda dapat menghapus item kapanpun Anda mau. Untuk melanjutkan dengan pesanan Anda perlu memasukkan kode PIN di sini. Untuk melihat kode PIN Anda, cek email selamat datang dari OCTAFX. Atau silahkan ke personal area, pengaturan, kemudian mengembalikan sandi. Pilih kode PIN, dan tekan kirim. Anda akan langsung menerima email dari kami yang berisi kode PIN yang telah Anda pulihkan. Masukkan PIN di sini, baca dan setuju dengan aturan dan ketentuan, dan tekan tombol check out. Masukkan nama, alamat, dan nomor telepon penerima di sini. Pengiriman hadiah Anda tanpa dipungut biaya apapun. Dan juga tidak harus menggunakan nama dan alamat Anda sendiri dalam mengisi informasi pengiriman. Misalnya, Anda bisa mengisi nama dan alamat ibu Anda untuk memberikan hadiah kejutan. Di jendela ini, Anda perlu memeriksa informasi pesanan Anda sekali lagi. Silakan cek nama dan alamat penerima dan tekan konfirmasi. Mohon periksa informasi ini dengan seksama karena barang akan diserahkan langsung ke pihak jasa pengiriman dan kami tidak akan dapat mengubahnya setelah Anda menekan konfirmasi. 1,5 minggu setelah Anda memastikan pesanan Anda, pihak jasa pengiriman akan mulai mengirim hadiah Anda. Pada titik ini, paket menerima kode pelacakan. Kami akan mengirimkan email yang berisi kode pelacakan. Dan juga Anda bisa melihat kode pelacakan jika Anda memilih riwayat order di toko. Biasanya paket akan dikirim dalam 2-3 minggu. Gunakan kode pelacakan untuk memeriksa status pesanan Anda. Sekarang Anda telah mendapatkan hadiah Anda. Apa yang terjadi selanjutnya? Pertama-tama, silakan konfirmasikan di toko Trade dan Menang dengan menekan di sini. Kemudian, berikan penilaian. Penilaian Anda sangat penting karena dapat membantu kami membuat program Trade dan Win menjadi lebih baik. Dan menambah lebih banyak hadiah yang menarik bagi Anda. Selamat! Sekarang Anda tahu cara untuk memesan dan menerima hadiah dari program Trade dan Menang kami. Video ini membahas proses deposit via bank lokal Indonesia. Sebelum memulai, tentukan akun yang akan menerima deposit Anda. Perhatian, Anda tidak bisa membuat deposit ke akun demo. Setelah memilih akun, pilih deposit ke akun saya atau tekan tombol deposit. Anda akan melihat sejumlah bank domestik Indonesia dalam pilihan metode deposit yang tersedia di sini dan di sini. Pilih bank yang ingin Anda gunakan untuk mengirim deposit. Setelah itu, pilih jumlah deposit atau cantumkan jumlah lain di sini. Periksa berapa banyak yang akan Anda terima menurut kurs saat ini. Kami menggunakan kurs terbaik dari BCA untuk semua transaksi deposit. Harap dicatat bahwa jika kurs berubah saat Anda mengirimkan dana, maka jumlah dana yang Anda terima di akun Anda akan berubah juga. Kemudian klik teruskan. Ada 3 cara untuk mengirim dana ke rekening bank kami: online banking, ATM, dan deposit tunai. Gunakan detail bank ini untuk mentransfer dana. Jika memungkinkan, cantumkan keterangan untuk transfer Anda yang memuat nomor akun trading Anda seperti tertera di sini. Ini dapat membantu kami menemukan deposit Anda. Keterangan ini tidak diperlukan apabila Anda mengirim dana via ATM. Anda harus menyimpan bukti transfer ATM dan mengirimkannya kepada kami di tahap berikutnya. Ini sangat penting. Setelah mengirimkan dana ke rekening bank kami, Anda harus membuat notifikasi mengenai transfer Anda dengan menekan tombol ini. Di bagian ini, Anda harus membuat permintaan supaya dana Anda bisa dikreditkan ke akun trading Anda. Harap diingat bahwa Anda hanya boleh membuat pemberitahuan ini setelah Anda mengirim dana. Jika tidak, maka tidak ada dana yang dapat kami kreditkan. Kirimkan informasi berikut kepada kami: nilai transfer, bank penerima, tipe transfer, bank Anda, nomor rekening bank Anda, dan tanggal pembayaran. Jangan lupa untuk mengunggah bukti transaksi, foto slip ATM, tangkapan layar internet banking atau lainnya di sini. Periksa kembali detail pembayaran, kemudian tekan tombol konfirmasi dan mulai trading. Divisi finansial kami biasanya dapat memproses permohonan ini dalam kurang dari 2 jam pada saat jam kerja. Kami akan mengirim notifikasi via email begitu permohonan Anda kami proses dan dana dikreditkan ke akun trading Anda. Untuk memeriksa status deposit Anda, pilih riwayat deposit. Anda bisa melihat daftar semua permohonan Anda di sini. Deposit Anda yang sukses akan terlihat dalam daftar. Dana telah dikreditkan ke akun Anda. Begitulah cara membuat deposit via bank domestik Indonesia. Ayo, danai akun real Anda dan mulai hasilkan profit bersama OCTAFX.
Dalam video ini, kami akan membimbing anda berkaitan proses deposit melalui bank tempatan Malaysia. Sebelum bermula, pilih akaun yang anda ingin masukkan deposit. Sila ambil perhatian, anda tidak boleh membuat deposit ke akaun demo anda. Setelah akaun dipilih, pilih deposit akaun saya atau tekan butang deposit. Anda akan melihat Bank Malaysia di antara kaedah deposit yang ada di sini. Dan di sini, pilih bank yang anda ingin gunakan untuk membuat deposit. Kemudian, pilih jumlah deposit atau masukkan jumlah tersesuai di sini. Semak jumlah yang akan anda terima mengikut kadar semasa. Kami menggunakan kadar pertukaran terbaik yang disediakan oleh Bank Negara Malaysia untuk semua deposit. Kemudian tekan teruskan. Terdapat 3 cara anda boleh menghantar dana ke akaun bank kami: perbankan dalam talian, ATM dan deposit tunai. Gunakan butiran bank ini untuk memindahkan dana anda. Anda perlu menambah nota pada pindahan anda, menyatakan komen yang dipaparkan di sini. Ini akan membantu kami mencari deposit anda. Anda perlu menyimpan slip pembayaran ATM untuk dihantar kepada kami pada langkah seterusnya, dan langkah ini sangat penting. Selepas menghantar dana ke akaun bank kami, anda perlu memberitahu kami tentang pemindahan anda dengan mengklik butang ini. Dalam bahagian ini, anda boleh membuat permintaan untuk dana anda dikreditkan ke akaun dagangan anda. Sila ambil perhatian bahawa anda hanya perlu membuat notis selepas anda menghantar dana. Jika tidak, tiada dana untuk dikreditkan. berikan kami maklumat berikut: jumlah, bank beneficiary, jenis pemindahan, bank anda, akaun bank anda dan tarikh pembayaran. Jangan lupa untuk memuat naik bukti pembayaran anda iaitu foto slip pembayaran, tangkapan skrin perbankan internet dan lain-lain di sini. Periksa semula butiran pembayaran dan tekan butang sahkan dan mula berdagang. Biasanya mengambil masa kurang daripada 2 jam untuk Jabatan Keuangan kami memproses permintaan semasa waktu pejabat. Kami akan menghantar pemberitahuan email kepada anda sebaik sahaja permintaan anda diproses dan dana dikreditkan ke akaun dagangan anda. Untuk menyemak status deposit belum selesai, pilih sejarah deposit. Anda boleh melihat semua permintaan anda di sini. Deposit yang berjaya akan dipaparkan dalam senarai. Dana telah dikreditkan ke akaun anda. Sekarang anda tahu cara membuat deposit melalui Bank Malaysia. Teruskan tambah dana ke akaun real anda dan mula membuat keuntungan dengan OCTAFX.